It took me a while to realize how much of my life was being lived on an old frequency that was way too tied to a past version of me. Not because I believed fear, but because I kept replaying old memories in my mind. And it was playing in the background like music I didn't know was still on. I had to change my frequency, and it changed my life. So let's dive right into how to shift your frequency and shift your reality. The stories we play and see in our minds are a frequency. It's ultimately what we frequently see. Frequency, from what I've learned so far about the Hermetic teachings and the Kabbalion, calls these the principles of vibration. Everything moves, everything vibrates, especially our thoughts, which determines what we attract. And the principle of cause and effect means every action generates a consequence. Be the action that causes you to be the version of yourself from your vision of your desired reality. Because you are that version of you when you believe and experience it. How else would it exist? You called it into existence. Now experience it as being. And when you understand that, you understand why Neville Goddard said, change your concept of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. That was in the book, The Power of Awareness. I started being aware of what I am already, what's already true, what's already available. So 10 years ago, I was carrying over 100 extra pounds and the weight of feeling stuck in a misaligned relationship. I knew I had to tune myself to a different frequency, one of freedom, vitality, self-love, and ahimsa, because these were my core values. So I began with my mindset. First, by exploring personal development and coaching, I started listening to my inner voice and living in alignment with my core values. This helped me follow my instincts and set boundaries with relationships in my life. This led to removing misaligned relationships that weighed down my frequency. Once I did those things, it was much easier to become the vegan version of myself. Not as a diet, but an act of ahimsa, of compassion for myself and my planet. I wanted every bite to match the energy of the woman I knew myself to be. Then I started traveling full time, trusting that life would meet me wherever I showed up with an open heart and more reflections of me. And here's what surprised me. The moment I stopped carrying around the old story and did an intentional release, my body began to release the pounds. Weight dropped, clarity came. Because I wasn't losing weight by going to the gym. I was remembering myself as the gym. And then I was vibrating as a gym. Now let's talk about how you can do that, how you can shift your frequency and shift your reality. Try slowing down your thoughts with a regular meditation practice. Fear can exist in the present or in the now. It only lives in memory of your past or what you imagine, and then you can project it into the future, which you don't want to do. So, the moment of now, it's neutral and pure potential. So what do you want to imagine for your future? Who are you? Not who are you becoming? Who are you now? Imagine. This is your new meditation. Create an intentional practice to imagine, script, and be. Want to add this to your daily rhythm but need support? Click the link in the description. Go ahead, book a call with me today. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment below.